The room pulsed with laughter and clinking glasses, but my chest felt hollow, like a drum struck too hard. I stood frozen in the doorway of our backyard, the string lights casting a warm glow of the party, but all I could see was her, my wife, Lila, leaning too close to a man I didn't know, her hand lingering on his arm, her laugh too bright, too intimate. The summer air was thick with jasmine and betrayal, and I couldn't breathe. I'd noticed the signs for weeks, her phone screen tilting away from me, her late nights at work events, the way her eyes darted when I asked about her day. I told myself it was nothing, stress, maybe, or my own paranoia. Lila was vibrant, magnetic. People gravitated to her. But tonight, watching her lips graze his ear, she whispered something that made him grin. My denial cracked like thin ice. My stomach churned, sour with wine and suspicion. I wanted to scream, to storm over and demand answers, but my feet were rooted to the patio stones. Lila, I called, my voice sharper than I intended. Heads turned, but hers snapped up, her eyes wide, guilty. The man, tall, with a tailored blazer and a smug tilt to his mouth, stepped back, his hand brushing hers as he did. She crossed the lawn toward me, her smile forced, her heels sinking into the grass. "Hey, you okay?" she asked, her voice syrupy, like she could smooth over the jagged edges of what I'd just seen. I wanted to believe her. Good, I wanted to. "I'm fine," I lied, my throat tight. "Who's that guy?" I nodded toward him, now chatting with another guest, his ease mocking me. "Oh, just a colleague," she said, too quickly, her fingers twisting the stem of her wine glass. "From the new project, you know, the one I told you about." But she hadn't. Not really. She'd mentioned the project, sure, but never names, never details. My mind raced, piecing together fragments. Her late-night texts, the perfume she'd started wearing, the way she'd pull away when I reached for her in bed. Each memory was a splinter, sharp and buried deep. The party blurred on, but I was outside it, watching her orbit him. A touch on his shoulder, a shared glance that lingered too long. My heart pounded, a drumbeat of dread. I excused myself, mumbling about needing air, and slipped into the house. The kitchen was quiet, the hum of the fridge a stark contrast to the chaos in my head. I poured a whiskey, the burn grounding me, and checked her phone, left carelessly on the counter. My hand shook as I scrolled through her messages. There it was, his name, Eric, with text that sliced through me. "Miss you already. Last night was incredible." My vision blurred, the words searing into my brain. I confronted her later, after the guests had gone. The backyard was a graveyard of empty bottles and crumpled napkins. "Lila, what's going on with Eric?" My voice was steady, but inside I was unraveling. She froze, her eyes darting to the side, searching for an escape. "Nothing," she said, but her voice cracked. "He's just a friend." "Don't lie to me." I snapped, the whiskey fueling my anger. "I saw the texts. I saw you tonight." Her face crumpled, and for a moment I thought she'd deny it. But then she sank onto the couch, her hands covering her face. "I didn't mean for it to happen," she whispered, her voice raw. "It was a mistake. I was lonely, and you were always working. And I don't know. It just happened." Her words were knives, each one cutting deeper. Lonely? I'd been pouring everything into our life, our future. How could she? I left that night, the door slamming behind me, her sobs echoing in my ears. I drove aimlessly, the city lights smearing through my tears. Trust, once shattered, doesn't mend easily. I moved out, cut contact, tried to rebuild. Years passed, the pain dulling but never gone. Then, one rainy afternoon, she found me. I was at a cafe, nursing a coffee, when she slid into the seat across from me. Her face was thinner, her eyes haunted. "I need to tell you something," she said, her voice trembling. "Eric, he wasn't just a fling. He was blackmailing me. He had photos, private ones, from a work trip. He threatened to ruin me, my career, us." She swallowed, tears spilling. "I ended it, but I couldn't tell you. I was ashamed." I stared at her, my heart a storm of rage and pity. "Why didn't you trust me?" I asked, my voice breaking. She had no answer, only tears. The truth was a blade, cutting through the years of anger, leaving only questions. Could I have saved her? Could we have faced it together? The cafe's hum faded, and all I heard was rain, washing away the certainties I clung to, leaving me adrift